listening to Fountain of Thought with your host, Dennis Fountain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America.
Welcome, everyone, to the Fountain of Thought podcast, broadcasting from the Erickson Memorial Studios. This is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT, or visit our website at fountainofthought.com. Good evening, everyone. We have a very special episode for you today. The Lions Club was recently interviewed on the Valley Eye Radio Network, and they were kind enough to allow us to rebroadcast that interview. So we're going to bring that to you today. This segment is being sponsored by No Worries For You Professional Pool Service. Is your pool looking like your future? A little murky? Then let No Worries For You Professional Pool Service handle all your pool needs. Serving Orange, Osceola, and Polk counties, clear your mind by clearing your pool. Give them a call today at 407-953-7926. That's 407-953-7926.
Hi, this is Harold, and welcome to Valley Eye Radio's program Lions Club Focus, where we focus on various Lions clubs throughout Hampden, Franklin, and Hampshire counties and bring you their story. What they do, the particular activities and events they organize to raise funds for eye health and many other worthy causes, and especially the all-important why they do what they do. Today we have with us current president of the Ludlow Lions Club, Maureen Beauregard, and Lion Dennis Fountain, who is past the district governor and current secretary of the Ludlow Lions Club. Welcome to our program.
Hi, Harold.
Hi, glad to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about your club? How long has it been around?
75 years, in fact, this year.
Oh.
Yeah, 75 years. It's a mid-sized club right now, always looking to go up, but we have about 34 members right now currently.
A few months ago, we interviewed Art Thomas and John Shea from the Hampden Lions Club, and Art specifically mentioned the Ludlow Lions Club as an especially active club. Why is that?
Well, we do a lot of projects. We try to help a lot of people, and we're very diverse in what we do. We're not just pigeonholed into one aspect, one thing. We stress the town a lot, so we do a lot of things in town to help other people. Eye exams, eyeglasses, that's our number one thing, as you may know, or hopefully your listeners know. Hearing aids as well. Hearing aids has become quite popular, actually, because they're very expensive. Normally, eyeglasses is what we do. That's our priority, because Helen Keller came to the association at our first international convention and asked the Lions to be Knights of the Blind on a crusade against darkness. So that's always been near and dear to our hearts. But what's good about Lions is that each individual club decides what they want to do. So even though international suggests that eye care and eye vision be your number one priority, it really doesn't have to be. It's whatever the club members decide it should be.
Now, how does it work with the hearing aids? Someone who is in need of one contacts your club?
We have applications, and what we do is we give the person the application, and then they give it back to us, and we send it to the person who's in charge of that. And they will go over it with the team, and they will let us know. And we have, in the past, gotten hearing aids for folks.
It gets evaluated for financial need, that type of thing.
Right.
That's the priority. There has to be a financial need.
Right.
So if they don't have insurance or they don't have the money to cover it, we want to be there and we want to help them and take care of it and cover it for them. I want to say little to no expense. Sometimes if they can afford to pay a little bit, we will ask that they contribute. It could be as little as $25 or $10. But if they do have a means of contributing, we would like them to contribute something to it. If not, then we never turn anyone away. We will absolutely cover it.
Right.
Is that particular to the Ludlow Lions Club, or is that something that other Lions clubs you know of have been involved in?
Other Lions clubs do that, but it's very well done here in Western Mass.
And again, it's for need, and it's very rewarding to help people because we serve. That's our motto, and it's wonderful to be able to extend our helping hand to the people that need us. And you'd be surprised who comes along that might need you. It's a wonderful feeling. It still makes me really thrilled.
Any particular story that you can mention about someone who had received one for you and the impact it made on their lives?
There's one particular person that I ended up, myself and another one of our members went to check out the hearing aid because they were having a problem with it, and it turned out to be that it just needed to be adjusted. And the person, we got thank you note from her, and she was just so thrilled. And to see that, to have somebody be able to be helped. And that's what we're all about, to help people.
So what personally brought you into Lions, and what does Lions mean to you?
I was 18 years old, and I needed to do some civic duty in my town. I live in Three Rivers, and it was suggested that I go visit the local Lions Club and help them out. So I went at Christmas time. They deliver Christmas baskets to needy families in town. And it's Palmer. It's a small town. I didn't know, like Maureen had mentioned before, you don't always know who needs. I went into this one house. It was about a half a mile away from where I live. I walked by it a million times, walked by it to go to school, never thought anything of it. Walked into this house, and the whole family was living in the kitchen. They couldn't afford to heat the rest of the house. They were all living in the kitchen. I walked in with a fellow Lion, Norm Garrett from Palmer, and we had cardboard boxes with presents in them and food. Yeah. 2 little kids, must have been maybe 4 or 5 years old, came up to me and were grabbing onto my legs and hugging me and asking me if I was Santa. And that's what did it.
Yeah.
And so we delivered those baskets, and I was really touched by that. And then we made the rounds, and we went to another house that was literally 2 doors down from where I live.
Yeah.
And it was an elderly woman. And again, she was living in the kitchen, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize this happened in my own town. And I just didn't realize it. So that's what got me started initially in Lions. It was the people needed help. So that's why I joined.
Okay.
Mine's a little different situation. My brother was born with visual problems. So my parents brought him to the Lions. And coming forward, my father became a Lion. And he was, in the day, King Lion. So he gave back. He did that in his community, and he gave back for what was given to him. It's just there's so much to say about the Lions, and this is just one aspect of it. It's
When it hits you, and you get hooked. In fact, I'm wearing a Lions Club ring, and that is actually my grandfather's president's ring that I didn't even know he was in Lions. Because one of the problems that the Lions have is we're the best kept secret. We don't tell anybody. We don't advertise anything. We're very bad at that. That's one of our worst attributes, is that we're like this little secret.
Now we're going out in the community. If we have a new store that's opening up, we go there with a certificate and welcome them, and we're going to be having decals for them to put in their window. It's getting the message out that we're here, and that we're here to help. I was working for the Thanksgiving parade, and someone yelled out, "Thank you." And even in the parade in Ludlow, they give you testimony while you're walking in a parade, what the Lions did for them. I feel that they give me more than I ever could give them. I'm very passionate. We all are passionate.
Yeah.
That's why we're there.
There's usually, like I said, a hook. There's something for everyone. And I talk about this a lot to our members, that not being greedy, but there needs to be something in Lions that keeps you there. And you have to find out what that is that keeps you a Lion. And even me, I was just telling Maureen today, I've been a Lion for over 33 years, almost 34 years. And at times I say, oh my God, I'm tired of this. I get fed up with certain things, and I don't want to do this anymore. But then I think back, or something happens, and I realize that this is the best thing for me. I'll tell you 2 other. Well, one is a project that we do, another is a personal story. The project we do is at Christmas time. We have individuals with physical and mental disabilities that are alone. There's no one for them during the holidays. And so we go around to all the group homes, and we send them an invitation to come to our meeting. They visit Santa. They get a free meal, and there's a little dancing and stuff with the DJ. So it's a big Christmas party. This is a secret, so I know Santa very well. Very, very well. So I get all the personal information that Santa has, and that is very gratifying to Santa to listen to these kids come up and tell me what they want for Christmas. And it's funny. It's been happening for so many years that I know what to expect. And certain individuals, they'll cut out ads from the Sunday paper and things like that and bring them to me and say, this is what I want. That's a very moving experience for you. For me, anyways.
Santa does an awesome job.
Well, of course, he's Santa.
And my side is that I not only got to see them when they came in, and still do, but I used to work with a lot of them, where I used to work. And it didn't stop when they left. What it was is they kept it up, and we'd hear about it through the weeks and they remember. It's awesome. It's an awesome thing. And actually, one of our members' daughter was intellectually disabled.
That's how it started. Because he realized that there were other people that were alone, and so that's how it originally started.
And she comes still.
Yep, she still does,
What other causes are the focus of your fundraising efforts? You mentioned a few already.
Like I said, we have the eyeglasses, vision care, hearing aids. We have a rag shag parade that's in town for Ludlow, so we give out candy. We have an annual food drive. Actually, we do that 3 times a year, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And that goes to the Survival Center in Ludlow. We do Emergency Sight and Hearing Fund, which is part of what Maureen was talking about earlier with hearing aids. So not just simple things like eyeglasses and eye exams. If someone is really in need of eye surgery or vision repair, where the surgery would cost thousands and thousands of dollars, we have a fund we can go to help take care of that. So again, they don't pay anything. We have Spot. What Spot is it's a little handheld device similar to a camera, except it takes a picture of your eye, and it can take pictures of little children in like half a second. So if you get a child that can't sit still for an eye exam, the Spot camera comes into play, and you take a picture, boom, and you're done, and you can find out if that child is in need of glasses or has a vision problem. So that's one of the things we're really proud of. We have an annual pancake breakfast, which is a fundraiser. We have Massachusetts Lions Eye Research that we support. That is a strictly Massachusetts thing, but it helps others. And what that is scientists need seed money. They have an idea. Let's say we want to get rid of glaucoma. Well, how do we do that? Well, a scientist may have an idea, but doesn't have any funds to make that into fruition. Well, now Massachusetts Lions comes in, and they look at the report, and they say, all right, well, this guy's got a good idea. Let's give him $10,000 and see where it goes. So that's seed money to a lot of the scientists, especially in the Boston area, well, all of the hospitals that are up there, where they help in that area.
We do scholarships. Our club gives 2 scholarships, $500 scholarships, and we have a scholarship.
We have a $21,000 scholarship that we give away, and that's to any UMass Amherst student, and we're very lucky that someone left us a trust because we helped them. And they had the funds available to give back, so they decided to help the Ludlow Lions, because apparently at one point in time we'd helped them. James and Mary O'Neill Scholarship. So every year we give away $21,000 to a student. They have to go to UMass Amherst. That's a wonderful, wonderful fund. And like we said before, you never know who you help. You just don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
And when you give the scholarships at the high school, they don't know. And it is amazing, the reaction. They know that night. The families and themselves know that night. And it's amazing to see their reactions. It's just really, really nice. We have Rag Shag, which has been happening forever. What it is we go to the Little Boys and Girls Club, and we give out candy and different things like that, where it's Halloween. So they come in, they have some different things for them to do, and then when they come out, we give the bags. And we've been doing that for, I don't even know how long it's been.
20 years, maybe?
I mean,
it's been a while.
Since my father was around. We have volunteers that go to the Survival Center and help out on Fridays. Whatever they have to do there. We're going to be having soup kitchen volunteers. The volunteer for the Survival is Kathy Mullins, but Holly Fountain, who is one of our younger, if not youngest members, has volunteered to do soup kitchens. Volunteers from our group go with her. It's just wonderful. I mean, I get really carried away with this, but it is wonderful. Like Dennis said, we have the tag sales, and 100% of what we earn goes to those who we help.
All right, we're going to take a short break so I can figure out how many licks it actually takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
What is recycling? Recycling helps save the environment. Without recycling, we wouldn't be where we are today. Our world would be full of pollution in the air and things that would not make the earth a pleasant place to live. Reusing products that can be recycled helps keep a clean environment. It takes 95% less energy to recycle aluminum than it does to make it from raw materials. It is very important to keep our world a healthy place, so benefit them a little bit.
Wit and charm DJs Dennis and Sunny have. FountainOfThought.com, website you go. Episodes new every Friday at 7.
Welcome back, everyone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor or advertising on our show, please drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com. Now, let's continue on with the interview. That's the biggest thing, I think, that people don't realize.
Yeah.
I've seen something going around Facebook about donations, and they talk about, I'm not going to knock anyone, but they talk about different organizations and how much of the dollar you give actually goes to that organization. Every penny you give to the Lions goes right back out to the community. We don't keep a penny. Nothing for administration, nothing for postage, nothing at all is kept. It goes 100% out. Postage and all the administrative expenses are covered by our dues. So we pay annual dues. That covers all that stuff. Any money collected from the public goes right back out to help, 100%.
We meet twice a month. We meet for a dinner meeting at Tony and Penny's, and then we meet as board of directors. The Boys and Girls Club has let us have a room there, which is fabulous for our board of directors meetings.
We also have youth speech contests.
Yep.
So students in high school, they can give a speech, and they get award money for that. We have site fairs, health fairs. We help for guide dogs. A lot of those things are donations. We don't actually physically go there, but we'll give them a donation. And that's where Maureen had mentioned before about the one-on-one contact. A lot of the times, we may not necessarily have the one-on-one contact with someone that we help because we'll make a donation to Valley Eye Radio or the guide dogs or some other group or function that works with eyes and that type of nature.
We walk in the Memorial Day Parade, and we walked in the Veterans Parade. Some of us walked in the Thanksgiving Day Parade in Springfield. The big thing is to get exposure, so have people know who we are and where they can get help if they need it, or if they want to become members, even if they just want to come to one of the meetings or one of the activities, just to see what we're all about.
I was just going to ask you that. On your meetings, can anyone attend if they're just interested in learning about what's going on with the Lions?
Anyone can attend. If you could give us a heads up, that might be appreciative. But absolutely, if you just show up, we're not going to turn you away. I can guarantee you that.
Well, we give a count, so that way we know who come in. It's a restaurant, so definitely it's great to learn about us. And even to come to some of our events. We have Celebrate Ludlow that we go into July, which is Ludlow having a celebration, and we do bafanas and chorizos. And we have a person that, with her team, we all work together, though. It's a team effort. Maybe you can't do everything, even if you do whatever.
One thing. That's all it takes.
That's what we want people to know, I guess. You don't have to be there for everything. A lot of people work or whatever. It's just to know what we're doing, where we are, and if you want to come join us or help us out somehow, I think that's the key.
It has a misnomer, especially going back. People think Lions, and first of all, they think older people. I'm getting there, but it's not. It's all ages. There is no age limit. You don't have to be of any town. You don't have to do anything. You can just join. I live in Palmer, but I belong to the Ludlow Lions. It's just whatever works for you, whatever's convenient for you. And like Maureen was saying, in the old days, you had to go to every meeting. They were very staunch about this. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. If you pay your dues and you help out with one thing, it could even be an idea. You might have an idea for a project. That's all it takes. Because, so what's the hand?
Many hands make light work.
There you go. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yep. That's all we need. People say, well, I don't want to join. It's a commitment. It's really not.
And it's up to us as members to let people know that this is what kind of commitment we want to give.
What you get out of Lions, I'm going to tell you another personal story. You'll get something from helping someone that very few other organizations you will find. Personal, something that touches your heart and helps you be a better person. What Lions will also teach you is how to speak, how to be a good presenter. You can get other things out of Lions. One of the things that I got out of Lions that I could never, ever repay is several years ago, my nephew was diagnosed with leukemia, and he needed a bone marrow transplant. And so I got together and I conducted a bone marrow drive. It was the most successful bone marrow drive that the Caitlin Raymond Institute had ever had. My wife works at a hospital. She had to go around to different hospitals to get supplies because we ran out. It was huge. I mean, we had thousands, literally thousands of people. Lions taught me how to put this together and how to make that event successful. It wasn't for Lions, I don't know what would have happened. Adam eventually got a bone marrow transplant. He's doing very well now.
Good.
But you never know what Lions will do for you. It really is an amazing organization. Maureen touched on this other part as well. I always wear my Lions pin. No matter where I go, I have a Lions pin. Wear it on my lapel. And complete strangers will come up to you, and two things will happen. Either one, somebody go, "You're a Lion?" And I go, "Yes." And they go, "Oh my God, I'm a Lion too." And then you start kibitzing about whatever.
My father was my grandfather.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like you're friends immediately. You've found a friend somewhere. They'll invite you over to their house for dinner. It's amazing what other Lions will do. Or the other aspect is you're out and about somewhere and someone will see your pin and they go, "Are you a Lion?" And they go, "Yes." And they go, "I need help with," and then there you go. Last year we did a tag sale, and some woman came up to me, and it was a Lions Club tag sale, and she came up to me not to buy anything, but because her son needed eyeglasses, and she didn't know where to go. She was from West Springfield. She didn't know where to go. So I got on the phone and made a couple of phone calls and says, "Here's your contact. Go see them. They'll hook you up." You never know who you're going to run into with Lions. I would say join Lions in maybe 6 months to a year. May not happen right away, but you're going to realize that it's a different organization and it really touches people's lives.
The camaraderie is fabulous. It's Ludlow Lions, and it's all different Lions from everywhere.
Yeah.
It's wonderful talking to other groups. You become very friendly with the other groups. You share ideas. my opinion, it's a big family.
Yeah.
And I just really am proud to be a Lion.
You can get whatever you want to get out of it. If you just want to go to a meeting and hang out and have dinner, that's fine. If you want to move up the ladder and do something else, Lions has afforded me the ability. I've gone to China, Hong Kong, Canada, all over the United States because of Lions. It's just a wonderful, wonderful organization. 1.4 million people around the country. It's the largest service organization in the world.
And I think we just want to get the word out that we're there. We can help them, or just come to the meeting, see what we're all about. I'm also the membership person, but that doesn't matter. Anybody can bring in people, just for education too. You know what I mean? It's very important. Getting back to my brother, he will be coming home for the summer, and I'm making arrangements with one of the hospitals that we're affiliated with through Lions, because it's at that point now of his life he needs to have more help. Some people don't realize that men and women can be in positions.
Wasn't always the case. Lions, for a while, didn't allow women to be members. They had a Lioness Club, but that changed back in the late 80s, I believe. They allowed women to come in. It was the best thing we ever did. I will say that hands down. It was. I have no idea why they were that way. I've seen so many hardworking women and men. You just have to be 18 or older. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. You have to be invited. That's the one caveat. Someone has to invite you to be a Lion.
Yeah, and sponsor you.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that piece, though, because people have asked me about it. Oh, I thought it was the old time, whatever. It's not. It's not. We are a team, men, women. There are still Lionesses out there.
One, and I believe it's Agawam, that is the sole remaining Lioness Club in the state. Because most of them have joined and went up to be Lions.
Leos?
Yeah, we have Leos, which are 13 to 17, I believe, is the Leo's age. Usually those take place in the schools. The schools have Leo clubs. We have campus clubs, which are adults on college campuses. Yeah, we have pretty much any club that can suit you.
Yeah.
And we're growing not only just numbers, but we're also growing. I'm talking about Ludlow in general. We're growing in ideas. Like people bring out, well, how about this and how about that, to try it out. Different events that we can try to formulate and work at so that we can, again, give 100% back to the individuals. We're going to have a tag sale in May.
That's at Tire Warehouse.
The Tire Warehouse. And we're having a pancake breakfast the 20th of May at the Polish American Club,
Citizens Club, yeah.
from 8 to 11. And Memorial Day Parade, we'll be working in that. We give dog bones.
Yeah, dog biscuits. Well, we
You
started,
don't forget anybody.
No, well, we're doing the parade, and you know
that out.
how they always throw candy out. So we're throwing candy out, and I'm looking one year, and I'm looking at all these dogs. And I went, how come there's nothing for the dogs? So every year I buy a case of little dog biscuits, and I put them in little envelopes, clear plastic bags, and I put our business card in there, and I throw them out to all the dogs. So
But the kids love it with the candy and everything.
Yeah.
But it's quite the walk.
again,
It's
you're meeting the
enjoyable.
people, you're saying hi to everyone.
Yeah. And we have a member who is going to be 100 years old
Oh, wow.
this September. Yes. And he walks the whole parade.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we have 2 cars that he could get into, 2 convertibles.
Carlos would rather walk.
He walks.
That's how we got to be 100.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He has been a member since I have been born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And we have other members that have been there a long, long time, too. We have members that have been there a while. We have a brand new member
Brand new member coming in tonight.
inducted tonight.
Yeah. So
Yep.
anywhere from day 1 to 65 years.
We have youth
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
have your kids.
Yeah, all my kids are, well, they're not kids anymore. They're kind of adults. They're 22.
They'll always be kids.
20, yeah.
Yeah. And Journey for Sight is June. The dates aren't on here, but we do try to get those out. And what happens is we collect monies for Sight, obviously.
We just stand there with a
Yeah.
cup and say,
Yeah.
come give us money, please.
We
That's what we do.
have containers that we do it in.
All right, it's a
And we
container, not a cup.
And we give out literature when we're there to
Yeah.
let people know what we're all about. Yeah, it's very informational.
In general, how do you get the word out about your activities? How do people find out what you're doing?
We try to put something in the newspaper, our local paper. Usually it's in the community calendar section. Facebook, as you know, has become increasingly popular and is tending to be the number one way to communicate with the public is through Facebook. We have a website, word of mouth, but I would say the newspaper and Facebook are our number one communication efforts to tell people what's going on.
Now, do you feel that people know about the Ludlow Lions Club and what you do?
Not enough.
We're getting out there.
Like I said, it's a tough battle because for so many years it was the secret. We didn't tell anybody about anything. And then I will say that if you ask anyone about lions in general, the first thing that's going to pop in their head is, oh, you guys take eyeglasses, right? And that's fine. That is one of the things that we do. And that's fine, but that's usually where it ends. It doesn't go much beyond that. Sometimes they think that we're a military organization or you have to be a veteran or something to be a member, or you have to be a senior to be a member. I get that all the time. I ask somebody to join, I go, well, I'm not old. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So it can be difficult at times, yeah, and I don't think everyone realizes it. So it's an uphill battle as far as that goes.
So our eyeglass boxes are around our town. We have several sites for them.
Big Y, Reynolds Farm.
St. Elizabeth's Church,
Yep.
the Boys and Girls Club.
You can go to our website. They're all listed on our website.
Yeah. But people do say, where are they? So every once in a while we'll put it in the register or website so people are familiar with it. And we have one at Big Y, for instance. And somebody will pick it up on Sunday, and then one of us will check it out during the week, and it's filled again.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, because people do have their eyeglasses. And why don't you speak about the eyeglass, what happens?
I just dropped off about 5,000 pairs of eyeglasses.
Wow.
What happens is we take them in and we go through them and make sure that none of them are cracked or broken. They're all in working order. We don't take lenses. We have to have full glasses only. We don't take cases. If someone wants to drop them off, that's fine. We'll take it out, but that doesn't get saved. We just take the eyeglasses. And then we wash the eyeglasses. We've been very lucky. We've been working with the Cub Scouts Pack 1774. Is that the one? I apologize if I got that wrong. But in Ludlow, we've been working with the Cub Scouts, and they've been washing them for us. We used to have the Girl Scouts do it. I was a Girl Scout leader, I admit it. So my Girl Scout troops were cleaning the glasses. But my kids have gotten older, so I've since retired from that. And so now the Cub Scouts do them. So they'll wash all the glasses. So the glasses gets washed, and they get wrapped in tissue and packed in boxes. And then I take the boxes up, and I give them, we have a committee in Western Mass, and I give them to a member in that committee, Paul Snow, actually. And Paul Snow will take the glasses, and they get read, every single one. So I gave him 5,000. I can imagine how many he gets from other clubs. Yeah. So every one of those glasses will get read, they're marked, and then they'll get shipped out at some point, at some time, to a country that needs them, individuals that need them. Unfortunately, eyeglasses cannot stay here in Massachusetts or in the United States. The FDA has said that's a no-no. That's a whole nother topic if you want to have me back for another day. So unfortunately, they go to underdeveloped countries, those in need over there, and they get given away for free. The readers we will take. If you have, quote, cheaters or the readers, those we can give out. Those aren't regulated by the FDA, so if you have some of those, you can donate those as well. Those stay here, and we will give those out to individuals that need them for free.
We also have a member, Beverly, who takes them. She likes to do it. She has a retinitis pigmentosus, and she's limited to what she can do, but she can do that. And her husband, her work as a team, and then they get them ready, and she gives them back to Dennis. So she's doing that, too. So it's nice. So, see, everybody can do something.
Yep, everybody helps.
Yeah. It makes her feel really good because she's doing a service, even though she does other things, too, but this is something she volunteered to do, too.
And you realize, and probably a lot of your listeners realize, but people don't realize what losing your vision is all about. I have seen it firsthand, giving someone a pair of eyeglasses and for the first time allowing them to see. Here in the United States, like, I didn't realize that people 2 houses away from me needed help. You don't think in the United States about necessarily people can't see, but there are people all over the world that can't see, and something as simple as recycling your eyeglasses allows someone to see. And I was with a woman one time who saw her daughter for the very first time and started crying profusely. Who would blame her? But that's something that probably us as Americans, we don't think about a lot because we have good vision care and good eye care here. But yeah, it's amazing. Lions really is. It's amazing. I love it. I really, really do.
I have trouble not getting
Emotional?
choked up about it. Yeah. One of the ways we get information about who needs what is LCI, Lions Club International. They might get a call from a nurse in a school, and that's happened recently, well, in the past few years. And they get in contact with me because they tell who the president is. Or they can get in contact with anybody. They happen to contact me, and then we go into the process. Tony Jarvis is actually our site person, but we work together on that. And then we start with the application, the financial need, and then if everything works out there, then we actually go somewhere and have them get their eye test and then get their glasses.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's one of the things that's been really tough is some people are very prideful and they don't want to ask for help. But we're here to help. That's what we want to do. So don't be afraid to ask somebody. it's become increasingly difficult for us over the years with the HIPAA rules and everything to help certain people. It used to be, for example, we'd call up the school or call up somewhere and say, hey, do you have anybody that needs anything? And nowadays, they can't say a word. Yeah. They can't tell us. So there's a lot of need out there that's not being helped because we just don't know about it. Mm-hmm. So we want to know about it. We want to help.
Yeah. That was my point, too, that the Lions Club only knew about it because we got involved in it, because of the steps that were taken, the parent knew and all that kind of thing, that they came to us.
Mm-hmm. That's why we have a lot of projects, too. Like I said before, is that we want to be out there. We want to be approachable. Yeah. We want people to come up to us. And if they need some assistance, then, let us know. Mm-hmm. Or if they know someone that needs assistance. If you have a friend that needs something, drop us an email, give us a call, talk to a Lion, let us know. It doesn't have to be us. It doesn't have to be the Ludlow Club. It can be any club. Mm-hmm. And maybe you're listening somewhere and you're in Hatfield or something and you have a friend in Ludlow. Let us know. We can help.
Yeah.
Well, I can certainly say you've lived up to your reputation as an active organization. It's been a pleasure having you here, and I think we probably could have a second program on just the Ludlow Lions Club and your activities. But we'd like to end with, how would somebody contact you? What is your website, your phone number, or Facebook page?
www.ludlowlions.org is our website. Facebook page is facebook.com/Ludlow Lions Club. They can give us a phone call at 1-754-900-ROAR or 7627. That's what ROAR spells out. Email is ludlowlions@yahoo.com. If they want to mail us something, sure. Post Office Box 72, Ludlow, Mass. 01057.
There we go. Well, again, thank you very much for being here. We've been talking today with current president of the Ludlow Lions Club, Maureen Beauregard, and Lion Dennis Fountain, who is past district governor and current secretary of the Ludlow Lions Club. I would not at all be surprised if we had you back again sometime to talk more about Lions.
Love it, Harold. Great.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. That's going to do it for this episode of the Fountain of Thought podcast. Next week's topic is going to be privacy. That's becoming a big issue now with Facebook and everything that's going on. So we'd love to have you tune in and listen to that. In the meantime, leave your opinion or your thoughts on our listener line at 413-612-8037. And reminding everyone to subscribe to our podcast via your listening preference. And don't forget to visit our website at fountainofthought.com for contests and so much more. And remember, everyone, be a fountain, not a drain.
Ricochet. It's all funny till somebody gets shot in the leg.
When I first met Dennis, I thought, this is my pimp.
Less than a minute now.
Tool time for 200.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken.
What's a hoe?
No. Whoa. They teach you that in school in Utah, huh, Al?
What's a rake?
A rake is right. You select, Al.
400, please.
Say, I like you. You're stupid.